this is Say Two, and I created this video just to show you guys what I meant by you picking up a children's book, such as this one, and reading it out loud to yourself. Now, like I told you guys before, that I have learned how to overcome my stuttering problem. And believe it or not, from time to time, I sometimes do stutter over my words. If I don't really take the time to like slow down, or if I'm just rushing in my speech. So, one way that I learned how to decrease my stuttering problem is by picking out a children's book, such as this one, and reading it out loud to myself. Okay? Now, this is what you do. Now, this book right here is called I Love You, Daddy, and it's by Jillian Harker and Christina Stevenson. Okay? Now, let's begin. Now, when I'm telling you that you should pick out a book and you should read it with already thinking about it, I really mean without thinking about your stuttering problem. And what you want to do is you want to read this out loud to yourself, and whatever words that you stutter on, you should write those words down. Okay? Also, pay attention to the sentence that you kind of created that stuttering word over, so that you can know like which types of sentences um, get you stuttering. I know that um, certain words that starts with G, I kind of stutter on. Okay, so that's how you want to go ahead and do it. I'm gonna start, and I'm not embarrassed if I do stutter. I just know that I'm not really thinking about it, and I know that stuttering is always going to be part of me. It's just that there's a way how to decrease it. And also, you can overcome your stuttering problem so that it does not hinder you from talking with your friends over the phone, or, you know what I'm saying, just going to events and communicating with other people, you know? So, here it is. You're getting tall, little bear, said Daddy Bear. Big enough to come climbing with me. Little Bear's eyes opened wide in surprise. Do you really mean that? Daddy Bear nodded. He led Little Bear to a giant tree. Little Bear tried to scramble up onto the lowest branch. He tumbled backwards. Daddy Bear noshed Little Bear. Daddy Bear tugged Little Bear. You can do it, he whispered. And suddenly, Little Bear found that he could. I love Daddy, thought Little Bear. You're getting brave, Little Bear, said Daddy Bear. Daring enough to gather honey with me. Little Bear gasped. Could I really? Daddy Bear winked. He led Little Bear to another tree and pointed to a hole in the trunk. Little Bear set off. Not too far from food, said Daddy Bear. Ready for it when spring comes? Little Bear sniffed the wind. Look for high ground, said Daddy Bear, to keep us dry. Little Bear padded up over the rocks. Somewhere safe and warm, said Daddy Bear, away from danger. Here, called Little Bear as he disappeared into a deep cave. Oh. Daddy Bear followed. He looked all around. Perfect, he said. I love Daddy, thought Little Bear. Did I climb well? Little Bear asked on the way home. You did, replied Daddy Bear. Was I brave? Asked Little Bear. Did I find a good den? Asked Little Bear. The very best, smiled Daddy Bear. I'm proud of you, said Little Bear. Soon, Little Bear and Daddy Bear reached home, and suddenly Little Bear felt very tired, but there was something he wanted to say. I love you, Dee, began Little Bear, but he didn't finish. Daddy Bear stroked Little Bear's head. I love you too, he said. See, reading little books like this to yourself out loud can really help decrease your stuttering problem. And you should get in the habit of reading a children's book to yourself every once in a while if you really want to learn how to decrease your stuttering problem. Matter of fact, you should probably try to do it every day. You know what I'm saying? So that the more you read a children's book, you can get familiar with talking. I'm not saying that you should automatically try to read hard books, but at the same time, when you are a child and you're learning how to talk and you're learning how to read, a children's book is the best book to read because it's easier to understand for one and it's easier to follow. So when you're trying to decrease your stuttering problem, it's important to try something that is smaller than trying to read something that has a lot of difficult words in it. And just build your way up. Once you feel comfortable reading or talking out loud, reading this children's book to yourself, then you could go ahead and try something harder to read, something that has a lot more difficult words for you to pronounce. So, anyways, I hope you found this little exercise valuable. And if you have any questions or comments, don't be afraid to ask them. And also, I want to go ahead and say that I know that I kind of did stutter in this video for you guys that kind of noticed it, but I did stutter in this video. So I will go ahead and replay it, and then I will go ahead and maybe create another video showing you the words that I kind of stutter my words on and stuff like that. Okay, so I'll talk to you later. Also, oh, one more thing. I do have a website out. If you are already not on my website right now, my website is helpstopstammering.blogspot.com, and it's right under this video description here. So if you want to go ahead and get connected, and if you want some extra help on how to decrease your stuttering problem, you could definitely go ahead and sign up, and then you will go through a series of different videos and guides and stuff like that. All right, talk to you soon.